What's up, you guys? It's your girl Alexandria B, and we are back for another swing trade watch list. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the economic calendar, earnings report, and a quick overview of the futures, and let's get into these swings. This week on the economic calendar, Monday, I am interested in the construction spending and auto sales because I'm already looking at the industrial sector, and why not go ahead and hop over there in the auto manufacturers industry with the auto sales data. We do have factory orders and job openings, ADP employment. Baby, I'm up in the industrial sector this week. We'll check it out in a sec. We also have on Friday consumer credit, inventories, hourly wages. Pretty much all of this stuff is just telling me to make sure that I'm in the industrial sector this week. Amen. By the grace of God, we shall catch this. To be honest, when we're looking at the earnings calendar, it's nothing I'm really too much interested in. Now, NEO does report earnings Thursday before the market opens. Don't forget, we do have auto sales data that's coming out. We have a lot of stores. Victoria's Secret, y'all know that's on our watch list. Lululemon, Five and Below. I think the biggest one this week is going to be CrowdStrike. I'm not interested in trading it, but if y'all have any questions about it, just post it in the comments below or ask in the family chat of the Discord. But now let us just go ahead and hop right over into looking at the futures. I want to explain to y'all here with my chart. Now y'all see this range that I have here. I'm actually going to go ahead and mark this 5,000 even if you wanted to make it a psychological whole number. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that as my demand zone in there. This is the range that we are currently in. You can see that this is the last low that we've had. That price is respecting the mess out this trend line, y'all. We got this bounce Friday, April 2024, again in May, and then last Friday. Look at that volume that came in. My gosh, that was a beautiful bounce to catch. Now, it's a couple of levels that I want to point out. So we have our supply and demand zone. We have the trend. We know we're in an uptrend. We know on Friday that we got that bounce. On the daily time frame, we have a bullish engulfing. Let's check out the weekly. On the weekly time frame, this is an evening star pattern. I'm just here to point it out. We're going to go with the flow of the market. Okay, now if price was to lose this trend line, okay, we see the range that we're watching here down to the 51, 56, where we have previous support going back from March 2024. However, right now the momentum is to the upside with this hold on the trend line that we've respected since we had this pullback in March and April. So I'm watching that. Now, I want to explain why I have my level here at the 53.34. And the reason why is because we have a rejection here from March 21st, again, April 1st. And when we come here at this consolidation that happened in May, which was distribution because it's at the top, but another day, another video. When we come here and we look, we only have two candles that closed above the 53.34, closed above this level where we had the previous rejections and then it pulled back, right? We had this day, May 15th, and then we have this day, May 21st. Every other day other than that, it closed, it rejected and closed beneath that level. So for me, hey, above 53.34, loves it. However, I am a very cautious trader. I don't care. Will I try to trade the break on the future side? Of course. However, for me to continue to go long on SPY, I'm going to need to see it pull back and hold this as support. And when I see a high probable price action signal here, a long lower wick, some sort of bullish candlestick pattern, whatever it is, right? I will look to enter here to continue to go long on the S&P 500, whether you're trading ES on futures, SPX, SPY, on the option side, whatever it is, we still want it to break and retest that sucker before we get in, all right? So I'm watching those. Now, I also want to go ahead and point out that let's pull up our moving averages. You already know, and we'll start on the weekly. Sorry, we'll keep it here on the daily. Y'all should know at this point, the yellow moving average is my 20 SMA. The 50 moving average is my 50 SMA. All right. We lost the 20 MA on Thursday. But baby, it held the 50 in that trend line and this previous right in there. Woo, Lord, okay. Now, this 5250 range to the 5275, which is this blue box that I have marked off here. The 5250 to about 5275. Let me show y'all that on the hourly. Keep up with me here. Let me show y'all what this looks like on the hourly. That trend line can go away. If we look at the lower level, the 5250, we can see, my goodness, right? Look at the 5250, how that was previous resistance. And then when it did break above it, the 5275 held it as support, right? We got the consolidation. Again, that's where it rejected. We got this beautiful bounce here from the from that low off the trend line in this range, the 5215. So this 5250 to the 5275 is so pivotal, so relevant to who's in control on the S&P 500, whether it's the bulls or the bears. All right, so I love to see this, and we'll see when the market opens back up Sunday evening. And we're really paying attention to the Asian and the London session, headed into the New York session for Monday. Is this range here is what I'm watching. Now, I would absolutely love to see it, maybe it push up during the Asian session. The London session, we kind of get it pulling back down towards the 5275. And I would like to see it hold this 5275 for this move here, right? To play right into the 5334. Now, when it hits my target of 5334, I'm out. Why? Because I needed to break and retest the 5335 level before I continue to play. So now let's head over into NQ and let's check out NQ, and we'll come here to the daily. This is still on ES. Now, when we're looking at NQ, I know it is so many levels here, so many levels, but NQ I've been hyper focused on it, and my hyper focusedness, y'all know what I mean, paid off, because I'm gonna show y'all what I did on Friday. So here is pretty much identical to what we are looking at on ES. All right, this absolutely insane, beautiful bounce that we had come in on Friday. We're just gonna go ahead and go straight to the 1 hour time frame. All right, I got some things that I want to show y'all here on the hourly, so let me go ahead and break the chart and these levels down to y'all. Now, the same way that we were looking at that range on ES is the same way that I'm looking at it here on NQ when I see this 18,500 to the 18,560, 570 range. All right. Now, let's actually go to the daily, because I'm going to show y'all what the 20 EMA looks like on the daily. And again, this is my yellow. Okay. So the 20 EMA was right in here around this 18,500 level on Thursday, like 18,500 to 18,520 in there. And when we come to the hourly, the 20 MA is also down here at this 18,500 level. I'm absolutely paying attention to it. Now, we can see here on Thursday night during the Asian session that this is where price consolidated. Now, if you know anything about the Judas swing strategy, and there's so many different ways that it can be explained and how you can use it. I'm going to explain it in my way, how I'm using it, all right? So the Judas swing, think about Judas Iscariot, okay? The man was a traitor. He didn't do what the rest of them disciples did. So keeping that in mind, when you're doing the Judas swing, you want to pay attention to the highs and the lows of the Asian session. If price breaks above the high of the Asian session first, Judas Iscariot, he didn't go with the people, it's a trick. You should be looking for a signal to then short, which the next hour we got this tweezer top, and you were able to catch this move from 18, we're just gonna say 18,650 down to the trend line at the 18,260, where we got this beautiful morning star pattern. Okay, 3 candlestick pattern or morning star. You could even just this candle, this doji, hammer, pin bar, whatever you want to call it, that long lower wick, because wicks are tricks. Went ahead and told you, get ready for the next hour. Get ready for that next candle to cross the high and get your money back up to the 18,500. Now, baby, that thing got to 18,500 and kept on zooming to the bless his holy name, because Ulta. However, so we see that range there. Now here, the yellow level that I have marked off, and I'm going to go ahead and delete these since we know the price points that we're watching there. Now this 18,635, y'all, let's go back to last Thursday morning. Y'all see that hole there? Y'all see the support there from Thursday morning? And if we travel back in time to May 23rd, y'all see that support there. You see the support here coming in May 20th, and so on and so on. And look, when it did lose that 18,635, what did it hold? That zone down there. All right. So this is what I'm watching above 18,635. The bulls are in control. Now, well, above 18,635, you have room to play it into the 18,780 range. But baby, scale out there and be expecting for a push to the all-time high. All right, so that is what I see over here on the future side. So let's go ahead and hop into our swings. But before we get into that, first off, last week we had new lighting. This week we have decor. So let's go ahead and kick it off with Procter & Gamble. First off, I want to say, have y'all had to create any new levels on y'all's chart since y'all been swinging with me these last 5 weeks? No? Might be why they call me the swing queen, okay? All right, so let's head over here to the weekly time frame. If you need a review of where we got these levels from, which we haven't made anything new, just make sure that you click back on the previous swing trade watch list that we've done. They're all in the swing trade watch list playlist, and they're numbered in order. So last week, oh my gosh, y'all, we actually caught this push down on Procter & Gamble. I'll show y'all in the Discord, because look, it broke and retested. What I say last week? I overstayed my welcome a little bit too long, but that's okay. This was the range that we were watching. We said that this would be a 2-day swing down, and we would watch to see if it would hold there, because the 50 MA was right there. It ended up holding the 50 MA, and we're getting this move back towards the 20 MA. So I will go long on Procter & Gamble if we get a close above this level. We'll just say a close above 166 to make it a whole number. Now, if something that I'm watching for, okay, because we always have to look ahead, is that this could push up to that previous range and reject, come back down. Maybe it'll hold here and we get the double bottom action, right? Or maybe it rejects and then loses the 50 and continues on back down and stays with this trend line, which I wouldn't be upset with that move happening, simply because Procter & Gamble has kept with this absolutely beautiful trend line since October 2022. I wouldn't want it to switch up and do anything different right now. I just wouldn't at all. Now, I'm going to turn off these averages so we have a little less noise, and y'all see that I did cut this off here because I wanted the most touches on the trend line, right? Which has been beautiful. However, let's say that it does pull back up, rejects, loses the 50, comes down to the 100 in the trend line and all of that. I'm actually going to move my trend line to here to catch this low. Make sure y'all rewind that. Well, let me pay attention to where it was before, because I wanted to catch this low. And we ended up catching this one, right? Because we traded that up. However, if we come down, I'm going to understand that price will actually keep with its true trend, which was the low of October 2022, the low of December 2023. And if I turn my averages back on, what we got right there on the weekly, right? We got the 50 MA on the weekly down here. However, price kept with that 20 MA last week. So something that I'm watching there. Now let me show you how we actually played the open on Procter & Gamble and made a bag in those 2-day swings down. All right, so this is the family reunion Discord. Make sure you click the link in the description and come home. It is free. However, so in our watch list channel, myself and my amazing analysts, my good brothers, love them to death. Click the link in the description again to go find them too. We come in here throughout the day, especially pre-market, and we'll just post what it is that we see, what's at the top of our list, kind of give an overview, because listen, if you haven't paid to upgrade the subscription, we're not going to leave you out there flopping. We're still going to point you in a direction of a high probable move. So this was the 28th, about 8 minutes before the market opened, 8:22. I'm Central Time. And you see, I'm just giving them the update. I said, get on up out of Costco. That was 7 to 9,000%. Kava, stay in only if your expiration date is more than 30 days out. We're going to look at that. And then last, I said, exit Procter & Gamble. I overstayed. Take the money and reverse the trade. Why? Because pre-market, it was under that level. All right. So boom, it opened up. And y'all, I love my big brother Cam, just giving very thorough updates, baby, because I don't come in here and give y'all all of that. And then y'all see at 9:01, 31 minutes after the market opened, we were up 26%. We bought the contracts at 27 cents, y'all. Meaning it would have cost you $27 to buy this one contract. In 31 minutes, you would have made $7, which I feel like people look at the monetary amount and they're like, that's not enough. And then psychologically, you stay in and you overstay your welcome. Look at that percent. You gained 26% of your money back that you leveraged in 31 minutes. That's a blessing. Look at the percent, not the dollar amount. However, y'all see this. Click on that, child. You see I'm trying to click on it. Should I edit that? All right, y'all see this at the 9:01, okay? And I'm looking on the daily. I didn't have a need to go on a lower time frame. It was pre-market, it was below the level, and I already had it marked off to where it was gonna go. We already said it would be a 2-day swing down because we looked at the average true range. Why wouldn't I take that? And what do I need to be on the 5-minute for? So we just keep going, we keep going. And I was just like, oh my gosh, y'all, I absolutely love this. So this is 36 minutes later, and you are now up 125%. Meaning, whatever that you put into that trade, how much ever money that you initially leveraged, you made back 100% of what you leveraged, plus an additional 25.93%. That's beautiful. You could have put in $27 to buy one contract and made $34 in an hour. Never had to go down on a lower time frame. You just needed the swing trade watch list. All right. Now it kept going. I don't think I updated it. I did update it. After that, the next day on the 29th, an hour or about 33 minutes after the market opened, again, I'm on the daily. I didn't have a reason to go to a lower time frame. It hit that target, and y'all already saw what Procter & Gamble looked like. It was a 257% move down, and 24 for 24 off the swing trade watch list. It's beautiful. And right when I was sending that, telling them y'all might want to take that and move up out the way, the alert came through. So set the alerts. Stay on your higher time frame. It gives you extraordinarily high probable moves. All right. So when we come back over here, this is the on the daily. Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday came down, 2-day move, held it Thursday, Friday got this high power move out of there, but I'm not ready for it yet. Y'all already know why. All right, now we head over here to Victoria's Secret, which does have earnings, baby. I am so mad. I did not have an alert set and I missed this signal on Thursday. I would have been in, but look, we got the break in the retest. As long as Victoria's Secret breaks the high of last week, okay, perhaps look for a pullback towards 22.15 where we had the close of this week and the open of this week. Like in this range, you know, a little pullback in there, like where the wicks are as well, right? So we could really just go ahead and move this down here. Look for price to pull back here towards like the 22.15, 22.20 to then give us our move to the 27.17. Okay, y'all will catch Victoria's Secret with me. Now on the weekly, y'all, we got to close above the weekly. Remember the first week that we looked at it about 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago, we were wanting it to break the 20. Then it came down the previous week with lower volume. And then last week, we got it above the 20. It broke and retested this range and moving back up towards the 100 MA at the trend line to the 27.17. We shall not miss that, fam. That's too easy of a setup. UPS. Oh my goodness. Did y'all watch the reel that I posted on UPS? Because that totally explains this for you. So what I'm going to do is actually just play the reel because that will explain it for you. And then we'll go down and look at the 15-minute time frame. And I'm going to show y'all how to catch that entry. Okay, here we go. Because why explain it again when I could just pull it up over here, man? All right, let's listen.
ETF for the industrial sector, and this evening star on the weekly told me to make sure I pay attention to it this week. We had a support level there at 123.85. So that made me pull up the other tickers on my watch list in the industrial sector, and I saw UPS was holding this range here. It hadn't broke below the 141 yet, holding here. I needed it to break the low of last week. Guess what happened today? We get this break below the 137. So now we come to the 15 minute, and this is the last 15-minute candle from Tuesday. It gapped down Wednesday morning. We just needed it to pull back up, and this is where the 9 MA was. Once it got here and it rejected the 9 MA, we entered to continue to ride the path down to the 134. Yes, I still keep tickers on the options watch list, and this is where I actually entered it. Ready to swing it out for the rest of the week. Bye, fam.
Okay, per. So with that being said, let's come down to the hourly and that 134.60. Y'all, look at that. Signal straight off the monthly. Straight off the monthly. You think we didn't reverse that? Come on now. So this is where I'm going to try to answer, okay? Y'all see this? What chart pattern is that? Did you say rounding bottom? You did. Look at that little beast thing. Per. Where's the top of the cup at? If you want to call it a cup and handle forming a rounding bottom or whatever, where's the top of it at? 147? We closed above the hourly on the... Or closed above the 50 on the hourly? Now listen, the 20 MA has not done a bullish crossover over the 50 yet. So what does that mean? It means that you should expect to see UPS pull back first, okay? It's gonna have to pull back to catch that 20. Now whether it pulls back down, I just said we're gonna watch the hourly 20 MA in this 135.85 range that we watched as it was coming, right? We're gonna do that same thing. It's gonna have to catch this 20. Now this is bullish sentiment. This is bullish, but you got the 20 MA has not crossed above the 50 yet. All right. Now, if I also pull up the 9 moving average, we did get the 9 moving average. We did get a crossover, you know, right? Price crossed the 9, it crossed the 20, we crossed into 50. But look, we don't have any bullish crossovers other than the 9 and the 21. So that's more short term. All right. I need the average price for the past month to cross over the average price of the past quarter for me to truly think, oh snap, this is gonna go up and it's gonna be bullish for a little bit. All right, now let's look at these same averages here on the daily. We turn off the ribbon and we're just looking at the 9 MA, which is here at the 140.26. So that's about $2 away, which the average range for UPS is $2.82. All right, I would expect to see this kind of push up and reject at the 9 MA, but shoot, child. The way I sat back and watched Target just come up thinking it was going to reject to the 9 MA, keep your eyes on it. All right, this is a absolutely beautiful setup. We come down to the 15 minute. I mean, just look at that. Just look at that. Hugging this beautiful thing. If you wanted to call this an inverted head and shoulder, I just really don't care. It's all subjective. All right. Biggest thing that we want to do, because we're trying to catch a bounce entry, so I will be here on this lower time frame a little bit. I need this trend line. I need this trend line because I need to know when price breaks below this trend line. All right, because I need price to pull back before I get in. So what I'm gonna do is set an alert on said trend line. You just click it. You click the little clock, okay, and I'm gonna click once per bar close. Let me know when it has crossed below this trend line. And I only need to know when a candle has closed below that trend line. I don't need you to send an alert to my phone every single time that it taps it. Don't need that. All right, so that's what we're watching on UPS. I absolutely need to pull back a little bit so you can keep going up. Get them sellers up out of there. Home Depot, y'all. Y'all already know, and we can just go straight to the weekly, honestly. Y'all already know that this is the range that we were watching. We had the head and shoulder that did the bear flag, it came down, and this is the range that we were watching here from this gap that was created in December 2023. So from the 326.50 to the 320, we'll call it 330, right? We wanted to see, was price gonna pull back and reject it, or was it gonna go up? And on Friday, up it did. So that was a beautiful day trade, but I didn't feel comfortable to swing trade it because you're coming, look where it stopped. The red is my 200 MA. The yellow is my 20 right above there. We got the 50 right there. I would expect that Home Depot will push back to this trend line towards this 50 MA around 346.55, and I'll look to see if we get a reject there. I need clarity because it has too many barriers right there for me to get into it. However, day trade wise, let's look at this range right here, and I'll mark it off with a rectangle. We want to watch this. So from that's not worth it from 335 to 337.50, not on Home Depot, but this range from the 20 to the 50, from 337.54 to 346.55, maybe we might want to watch that a little bit. Look what happens when we extended it all the way over here. I have to remember that these moving averages is the average price, meaning that's where price is going to be attracted to. Okay. And right, so look at this range. Look at these high power moves and reversals that you get out of here. Look at this. All you see is like these beautiful high volume moves inside of this range. Straight down, straight down, straight up, right? I'm not mad at this 338 to this 346.50 for a play. Just buy some time, and don't expect it to really last that long. I guess I'll say it like that. Oracle, I'm watching. I am watching. We still have nothing but bearish sentiments down below, but MACD and RSI, they are all indicators are lagging at the end of the day because they're using historical information, right? When it comes to swing trading, when the market is just on trend and the momentum is there, MACD and RSI can mess you up a little bit. It can mess you up a little bit. Now, I know we seeing here on Oracle. Forget everything I just said. Look, we got a higher low. We got us an evening star. This closed right on this trend line. I'm honestly looking for a continuation to the downside, I think. I have no bias. I don't have any bias. If it does lose 114.29, I'm looking to play it down to the 110.15, where we marked off this gap here from June 2023, right? But for right now, we're holding this 20 and the 50. Now, here's my thing that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I'll delete all of this so that we can just see some clearness. Look how the 20 and the 50 were diverged here for this beautiful move up. And as they started to converge and come together, we get this choppiness, right? They're still converged in here, still a little choppy looking. So I'm watching that. To be honest, I'm not interested in Oracle to the upside. I would not be interested in Oracle to the upside unless it closed back over 121.31. I wouldn't want to even try to catch this move here. Because look, the 20 is still below the 50 MA on the daily. And when we come to the hourly, we don't have anything but bearish crossovers, right? We have nothing but bearish crossovers up top. It lost the 200 MA. The 20 is about to cross below the 200. My bias is to the downside. I'm not going to hold y'all. My bias is to the downside. But it's very clear range. Either I'm going to play calls if we get a daily close above 121.42, or I'll play puts if we did a daily close below 114. JP Morgan. Stupid. All right, on this one, we'll come to the 4 hours so we can really look at what JP Morgan did in that trend. So y'all already know that we caught this for a day trade last week. Or the week prior, and last week I left it alone because of this consolidation here on the trend line. You got these small candles The range is just not there. Again, on Friday, right? We got this. So I am looking to see JP Morgan break above the high right in here. So of the 20, and so above 205. Right now it's at 203. Child, it just wait $2-3. Just wait. Okay, because the close above there, we push it into the 211.72 and the 230.95 or the 231. All right, that's a beautiful setup there. Just wait. Target, y'all. I let my bias take over. Let's look at the daily, because that's all I've been telling y'all is, oh look y'all, it's pushing to the 9MA. I'm looking for it to reject at the 9MA. All right, baby, that thing went over the 9MA. But the whole watch list on Friday could have been traded for day trades. The whole watch list, child. The whole gosh darn watch list. That thing went over the 9MA and just buzzed right on back in there through the level we wanted. Now y'all see how the 9MA was like flattened right here? I don't know how to verbalize it necessarily, but I just say that makes me know, because that's right there on average before it prior to for earnings, right? That the bulls are going to be back in control if Starbucks gets back above 160. So for that, I'll watch. However, if Starbucks does lose, and let me just go ahead and put this at the low of this day, which was 154.65. So if Starbucks does lose at 164.65, I will absolutely be looking to play that back down towards back down. But y'all look at that. We got an inside bar. That's crazy. And follow the same levels right back up. How beautiful is that? Y'all gonna have to let me know in the comments down below. How beautiful is that? We ain't charted nothing. We looking at the same stock, same levels, playing them. Holding them and playing them. All right. And Starbucks, I just don't even want it. So now I want to show y'all snow. What the? And I'm not editing this out either. Don't look. I want to show you guys snow, okay? Because I let my bias come in on snow, and oh my gosh, y'all know I wanted snow to the upside. And here's where I messed up. Here is where I messed up. Again, make sure y'all travel back in time on these watch lists. I had no trend line here. I had no trend line set right here for this push up. I just wanted it. I was just paying attention to, we're going to catch this above 166. Had no trend line set. Did it gap above the 166? Yeah. My alert went off. I went back. But look at that. The alert should have went off that came below that trend line. And this is a move that we could have caught from 161 down to 136. Set your alerts. And don't have a bias. Okay. So now let's check out Kava. I don't have nothing to say about Kava at all. I hope you still in and that your expiration date is over a month, because we got this from the 60 to the 92.50. Costco, congratulations if you went on and listened to me and you got out of Costco. It needed to pull back and hold that level, and we got it absolutely beautifully on Friday. Everything we got on Friday, child, at this point. All right. Now, if we were just being, we with this trend line here. Is this where I'd put the trend? Yeah. To keep, don't look at my lace. To look at the real trend, we got the low, right? We want to keep this here. So this is what I was expecting to see Costco push down to the 780. Would have loved it, but it held the 790 instead. So let's come to the 1 hour. I mean, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Costco is honestly very, very simple. If it market opens up on Monday and it just automatically pushes to the upside, remember that a low is going to come in somewhere, right? So I'd be careful about that. But I mean, just a break of the 1819 to push into the 1865 is time for that. Google, I wanted to show y'all this on the daily. We did swing Google on Thursday into or on Wednesday into Thursday. I think we took profit on Thursday. I hope we did. Right? And look where this came down and bounced right here at this gap down, closed that gap and pushed back up. I'm seeing some weakness in tech, right? Because this did still close below the 20 MA. So to be honest, I'm looking for Google to come below the low of Friday, below one, which is the low of the week, below 169, to do the whole number, to play into the 162 for this to catch it as support again. And to me, if you believe in these type of things, right, this would be what? A second bottom. And if we come to the weekly and checked it out, right, evening star, come on down here, right, give us this move back up to the trend line, which would also catch the 20 MA. It would be on average to give us that move there. So I'm not interested in Google to the upside yet. I do think it has room to move to the downside. Amazon, y'all already know we wanted it below the 180. Absolutely beautiful into this 175. So now I am looking, because on the daily we have a we got the start of a 3 gap down pattern, possibly. So I will be looking to see if we lose the low of Friday, lose the daily 100 MA, so losing 173.50, and child, I'm looking to play that down. At that point, I'm looking to play it down into 170, and if it loses 170, into the 165. Dollar General, I hope y'all caught that. I hope y'all caught this, because it pushed up and rejected right here where I said when I showed y'all how to do these parallel trends. Y'all, this was from 144 down to 126. I had some unrealized gains because the market just bounced on Friday. Good Jesus, okay? Y'all see what that looked like, what happened on Friday. Tweezer bottom, inside bar, whatever you want to call it. It lost to 200 and got it right back the next day. On this one, I would look for for Dollar General to push back towards the 140.58, and that's the line in the sand. Either it'll reject or it will continue up there, and you'll know how to enter from there. Abercrombie and Fitch, this was beautiful, and I absolutely love that we're getting this push back down to the 155 range. So for anyone that's looking to re-enter, make sure that you have some calls. You already have them on your watch list. So as price is pulling back, you already know what you're looking at, and you'll be able to get in it more affordably than when you first saw it. You know what I'm saying? What's in your range. Now, what I want to do is I actually want to pull up the Fibonacci extension levels, and we'll start from this low down here to the high that we're at. And I just want to see like what's popping. What's it saying is coming up next? Oh, my levels is dang near perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we got the 618 here at 163.43. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take this level and move it up here to where the 618 is here on the daily. 163.43 with price kind of going in there. And then the 0.5 is 153.07. So I'll just adjust that just a tiny bit. It was just a couple cents off. So now we know we're watching, and we might as well mark off the 786. Duh. Right? And then according to the fib, the next level up is 251. Baby, we ain't even, okay. Perfect. We'll look there. So we have this range. I would look for a bounce or for it to completely flush 163.43 to play into the 153. If it bounces at the 163.43, then we're playing it back up into the all-time high. And that is the weekly watch list that I have for you guys. 40 minutes. One day I will consistently have these videos under 20 minutes. But I promise that I will have this uploaded for y'all in the afternoon. Make sure you click like, subscribe, share it, turn your notifications on, do all that good stuff, all right? I'll see y'all at the top, fam. Bye.